Hello. In this module, we will be discussing evaluation and social validity. So in the first part of the module, we are going to discuss more objective measures, examining the data to find out if our training was effective. And then in the second part of the module, we'll look at social validity. So how acceptable was the training that was provided? How can we use what we learn about consumer satisfaction to guide and improve upon our training methods? The textbook reading in this module will be especially helpful in allowing us to see how we can use research designs to determine if our training methods were effective. For instance, the author will provide examples of reversal and baseline designs and show how those designs were used to evaluate the effectiveness of a training. We will also look at a study by Dr. Reed and his colleagues in which they examine a statewide program and evaluate the outcome, both in terms of the outcomes of the actual training as well as the acceptability of the intervention. And then next we will have a video exercise in which we return to the video scenario that we've been using throughout the course with Mrs. Deacon. And earlier in the semester, you collected data on positive statements and behavior corrections. Now we're going to circle back around and again collect data on those behaviors following training. You'll also collect data in this exercise on the number of times that Bertha and Mona deliver tokens. We'll also read an article by Kazemi and colleagues, and in this article the researchers look at the issue of turnover. So, people quitting their jobs. The takeaway, I think, from this article is that it looks like satisfaction with training played a bigger role in turnover than pay. So, in other words, satisfaction with training is important. It's even more important than pay in some situations. And we also need to always think, too, about with turnover. Reducing turnover is incredibly important in providing the most beneficial services to the individuals that we're trying to help. So I hope this article will really encourage you to take a good look at the job satisfaction in the area where you're working. The next article is by Drs. Schwartz and Baer, and in it they discuss social validity. Basically, they are expanding upon the seminal article by Montwolf, which was published in 1978. This article is very thoughtful in how social validity is discussed. I especially appreciated the focus on using the results of social validity assessments to inform and improve the training being provided. So in other words, it's not just a matter of collecting social validity data and then doing nothing with it. It's very important that you actually take action to improve the intervention based on the feedback that you get. I think this article provides a really nice social validity discussion of the concepts and guiding principles, but there are also some very nice practical tips that are provided within this article. The next article by Turan and Meaden goes very much in depth with social validity. What I especially love about this article is that there are lots of examples and models of social validity assessment. As you study this article, make sure that you are especially focusing on the three areas of social validity: goals, procedures, and outcome. When you complete the final project for this course, it's going to be very important that you understand this and you use this information for part of this project, the part where you're evaluating social validity. And in the next article, we'll look more specifically at the social validity of training methods. This article basically compares the social validity of several training methods. There's a really nice example in this article of a social validity survey that was used. When you read this article, though, I would like you to please try to keep in mind that this was the outcome of a survey in this particular setting. There are many variables and different factors that might occur in different results in a different setting. So the main point is that it's important to look at social validity and to try and tailor your intervention around procedures that are both effective but also are considered acceptable by the people being trained. Okay, and for the final activity in this module, you will create a survey to assess the social validity of the training that was provided in the video model sequence. Basically, you're designing a survey to give to Mrs. Deacon, Bertha, and Mona. And it's very important when you prepare this assignment that you look at the 3 types of social validity that we discussed earlier within the materials in this particular module. Okay, so please let us know if you have any questions, and I really hope that you enjoy the evaluation and social validity module.